What it do, Internet? David Baugh here, and I am happy to say that our channel has finally broken 1,000 subscribers. It feels so good, guys. It feels so good, right? Now, I really wanted to do something special for this one and make something for all the people that have brought me to here, all those people that kept me honest and kept me growing with my craft. I really wanted to do something special, so I decided to take my old camera. It's my 70D, which I actually shot a feature film with. I've shot lots of different events with it. Most of the content that you've seen on this channel was shot with that camera, and it felt like it needed a fitting end. So I decided to break it down into its smallest pieces. So I'm basically taking about $1,000 worth of camera equipment, and I am breaking it into about 1,000 pieces for our 1,000 subscriber video. Don't try this at home. It was very stupid. I had this camera laying around. It had an irrecoverable error, and it was time to let it go to the pasture. But without further ado, let's break into it. Alright, so, I'm a glutton for punishment, and I'm even the one doing this, and I don't want to see it full speed again. I think it took me I guess I started about 9:30 at night, and I was thinking this was going to take me like an hour, but I didn't finish till like 1:30, so I'm going to speed this up quite a bit throughout. We should do this overhead shot here. We'll kind of talk about it as we go. Now remember, as I was taking out these screws, this was a pretty nerve-wracking experience. Oh man, I'm breaking it apart. It even feels wrong looking at it. It's really cool. I really like the insides. I really like the little ribbons are awesome. There were so many screws. You can see it starting to pick up. There's my start and stop button. Look at that. Look at that. Some good times with that thing, man. I wanted to be as thorough as possible. There are some things that I just could not get. There were some screws that just got a little bit stripped. That was pretty satisfying, peeling that thing off. That's the circuitry that'll get you your buttons in the back, like the record button. It'll get you a little wheel. There's a button actually on the thing that is your record button. Taking apart this monitor was kind of crazy. All them screws. I feel like I understand less how monitors function having taken apart this monitor than I did before I did any of this. I don't understand it. It's like magic, you know? Once I got the back off of this thing, there was just like a bunch of sheets of like plastic underneath. Which were really weird. You can see when I start taking these apart, there's just like reflective stuff. It's all glued in place. It took forever to take out, but got all those little things, and I was able to isolate it to specifically the monitor itself. That would be the monitor, which is pretty nuts. Doing this all for you guys. Just remember that. Just remember, when it came down to it, I had your back. Made this video and destroyed this camera for you guys. So, like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't. I could not get the front ring off. I don't know if I just didn't have the right screwdrivers or didn't have the right stuff. It was impossible. I came back to it several times and just didn't do it. There it is with the shell all the way off. I can really start to see the internals here. Taking off the face plate. That's where your tripod mounts will stick into, that little plate. It was reinforced, which is kind of cool. So it's set on the frame, but a little bit outside of it, so that, you know, you get it, and then the screw hole was welded on top. It's crazy just watching this cloud of electronics appear. You know, I think about this point I had sort of gotten into a groove of it. You know, I got that little monitor out. That was kind of a pain. I could only break that thing down so far, and I ended up stripping one of the screws, so I had to leave it somewhat connected. I just had to give up on it there, but going through. There's the motherboard. It's the thing that makes it all tick. You could also see the Digic 5 sensor on there that comes in the 70Ds. I think my new one has a Digic 6 Plus, if I'm not mistaken, so I thought that was really cool that there was writing on the inside of some of it that you never would have seen otherwise. I guess they would have used it as a means of measuring things and doing that stuff. We were joking about it. It's a good time. There's a sensor. This is the thing that makes the whole thing work. That was a pain to take out. You don't generally want to do this. You're definitely going to get dust on it. Look at all the inputs, man. That's crazy. Taking it apart. I found that I got down to like the base shell, and then it was sort of diminishing returns. When you're at the beginning and you're taking off like the case and stuff, you see a lot of pretty dramatic changes pretty quickly, whereas once you get down there, there's, you know, there's that much more to it. You know, it's hard to break it down further. That's the prism that allows you to see through your viewfinder. So it's, you know, because obviously you're not looking straight through the lens, so it refracts the image so that you can actually see through your viewfinder. That was a really cool piece. A bunch of different concave glass that got us there. And then you have the shutter in the middle there, which I think is just taken out there, which is a mirrored surface that is angled in such a way that it reflects the image from that down into the lens right on top of the sensor and goes forward. When you flip that up, it then floods the sensor with the light that's coming directly in, and then that exposes your image onto the sensor there. Here's the eyepiece. This is the shutter speed, like the thing that actuates the shutter. You can actually manually move it, which is kind of awesome. And that allows you to get different images. You know, if you were to take a photo, then it's going to open and shut at a specific rate, whatever you set your shutter speed to. And eventually we just got down to just this plastic ring. It took a while to take off all the ribbons and the other stuff. I never got that screw out either. I guess there's a little piece of the eyepiece left. You know, just messing with it and then giving up on it. And I tried to go back to this, and that didn't work either, so it is what it is. But there you have it, broken down. Alright guys, now if you haven't subscribed, please do. You know, we'll do something crazy for the next one, and please like, comment, and subscribe if you like the content. But it was a pleasure as always, and you guys have a wonderful evening.